right, so it's here. It's Monday again, Valentine's Day week. Hopefully you're having some fun, not freezing to death because I'm in a cold weather tundra state. But what we want to talk today is how do we deal with an upset customer? This is something they don't teach you when you get your insurance license for sure, but it should be taught. So we're going to walk through 4 steps we usually take. Today we're going to talk about your mindset when someone's upset. So a couple things can happen. When someone's upset, it definitely sends off your stress triggers. There's just no two ways about that, right? We start to get tense, we start to get overwhelmed, we start to go into sometimes a defensive mode. And I really want you just to stop and take a breath. And I like to think, what's the last time I've been upset in my personal life with maybe a service person or something that was going wrong? And if you really break it down, the idea is that my perception, is my version of reality. So I remember 2 instances. One time when we bought a washer and dryer and we were super clear with the salesperson what we needed, and the wrong thing came out and we had a broken washer and dryer. And I was so done with going to the laundromat and I just needed the washer and dryer. And so I did lose my cool. And, what happens is, the person said to me, well, this is what you signed on the contract. So absolutely. Should I look at the contract? Absolutely. But we were super clear. We asked all the questions. The salesperson did up the contract. We had trust and faith and didn't work out. Another time is with Verizon, my kind of age-old nemesis. And I'll never forget what this one woman said. I must have sticky notes all over my account. I'm not going to lie. It's probably pretty bad. I must have gotten to the world's greatest service person. She said, hey, I know this is so frustrating, especially when you're running a business. I love working with people like you so I can help find and solve those problems so that you can keep operating efficiently. I'm sure this isn't what you wanted to be doing today. So let's get started and come up with a plan. I was like, hold up. You just didn't fight with me. You didn't put me on hold. You just told me exactly what I needed to hear. And so what I want to encourage you guys is if you start getting that customer who's spicy, stop and take a moment and think their reality is their perception is their version of reality. So whatever they're perceiving going on, whether they're in a claim and they feel like they should get a rental car, we know that that's an endorsement that maybe they declined, but we don't know all the history. They might have declined it 5 years ago and had no idea. That's their perception is their version of reality. The perception is, I have gotten to an accident. This is stressful. I don't have a way to go to work. I'm struggling. And when we fight with them and say, but you declined it, guess what that does? That doesn't leave us in the best situation. Albeit, that is very true, okay? What you're saying is accurate. It's how we say it. And that's what we're going to go through in these videos this week. How can we approach that situation that gets a calmer, different result? Because your tone, your words, your approach matter greatly when you have someone who's upset. Remember, their reality, their perception is their version of reality. And so you have your version, they have theirs. The only thing that matters is we get to an agreement and a plan. It doesn't matter who's right. You're going to hear me say this. There is no Judge Judy, okay? No one's going to be weighing in saying, win one for the agency. They had the documentation. They declined rental car. This isn't what that's about. I actually don't care who's right or wrong. I care that the customer leaves satisfied, understanding that we have a good game plan together of what to do. So remember, their perception is their version of reality, and that's all we need to stay focused on. I look forward to seeing you in our next 3-minute video. Hey, everybody. So I want to just let you know we have our Ridiculously Amazing Insurance Agent podcast. And if you have not already gone and subscribed to it, you're missing out because it's one of the only insurance podcasts out there that has no sponsors, 0 sponsors. And the reason that we do that is we believe that we want to be the podcast for agencies with the people problems, the growing agencies. If you've got 10 people out there, you know what I'm talking about. It gets harder with different personalities. And so we want to bring to you the best vendors. We want to bring to you also the best agency stories out there of facing and doing the hard things for the agencies that are growing. And so if you're interested in a new insurance podcast that isn't too crazy, let us know. We actually do these 3-minute videos as podcasts. You might be listening to it right now. So go ahead, subscribe to the Ridiculously Amazing Insurance Agent podcast. You can go to our website under the podcast section. It's on the top left-hand corner. There's a drop down, click podcast and subscribe. Go to Apple or iTunes and you can also subscribe there. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much.